Hello guys, I hope you all are doing good today. In this video, I'll be bringing you up to speed with the latest happening in the world of football and in the transfer market precisely. I'll be bringing you the latest on Nicholas Jackson, Xavi Simons, Giovanni Leoni, Rodrigo, Nick Walter. So stay tuned as we dive into it. Last night, the Uefa Super Cup final was played and it has come and gone. And Tottenham Hotspur bottled it. The match ended 2-2 in regular time, and Tottenham and Paris Saint-Germain went on to triumph over Tottenham Hotspur 4-3 on penalty kicks. And that makes Paris Saint-Germain the first club in the French League One to ever won the Super Cup. And that actually ended a remarkable season for Paris Saint-Germain, making it a total of 5 trophies in 2025 season. It would have been 6, but only one club could stop them from making it 6. And that was Chelsea defeating Paris Saint-Germain in the Club World Cup final. Okay, how did the game went? Tottenham Hotspur dominated much of the play in the game. And at the 39th minute, Mickey van der Vaart scored a goal from a set piece and to give Tottenham Hotspur the lead. And as the game went on early in the second half, in the 48th minute, Tottenham Hotspur doubled their lead through Christian Romero with a beautiful cross from Poro. And that was how Tottenham Hotspur take total control of the game. I was beginning to praise Thomas Frank because it was indeed a really tactical display, the way he set up the team and the way they were well disciplined and well structured when it comes to set piece. And Tottenham Hotspur were in full control in much part of the game. Having went 2-0 up. At the late end of the game, around 85th minute, Lee Kang brought back Paris Saint-Germain into the game with a long-range strike, making it 2-1. 6 minutes at a time into the regular time, then Dembele delivered a superb cross, and that was connected by Goncalo Ramos with a powerful diving header to level up for Paris Saint-Germain. And that was how the game all went, and it ended 2-2 in regular time, and the game went into penalty shootout. Tottenham Hotspur, even in the penalty shootout, were in control of the game. They took the lead in the start of the kickoff and later bottled it as Mickey van der Vaart missed his penalty, and also another player of Spurs actually went on to miss his own penalty. Paris Saint-Germain went on to lift that Super Cup trophy. Now, there is a thing about that game which I noticed with Thomas Frank. Thomas Frank is no doubt is a very tactical manager, and one thing about Thomas Frank was the way he set up the team for them to play, and even make that tactical setup, and the players actually delivered. They were actually they were actually playing according to instruction of the manager. But believe me, it was Thomas Frank that actually bottled the game. In my opinion, Mohamed Kudus was not supposed to be substituted. His substitute actually cost him the game. But there is a positive for Tottenham Hotspur to take from the game last night going into the new season. Tottenham Hotspur delivered a very tactical attitude and discipline through structured set piece. And that was beautiful to see. It was very beautiful to see. And that simply means Tottenham going into next season will definitely also be a team to watch. Last season, they actually finished 17th in the league, and that didn't go well. They went on to sack their former manager and now brought in Thomas Frank. And Thomas Frank has actually hit the ground running, despite not winning the Super Cup last night. But it was beautiful to see how Tottenham Hotspur actually play. They held PSG, and PSG were actually suffered in a large part of the game. It was at the later end of the game when Tottenham Hotspur lost concentration. Paris Saint-Germain took advantage of that, leveled up, and went on to win on penalty shootout. And Luis Enrique, on the other hand, actually admitted that Paris Saint-Germain never deserved to actually win the game. but went on to salute the courage and the momentum, the never say die attitude that the team put on, and went on to lift the trophy. So it ended 2-2 in regular time, and Paris Saint-Germain won the game in penalty shootout. 4-3, it ended in penalty, and that was how Tottenham Hotspur bottled the UEFA Super Cup final. Okay, let's switch gear and go straight into the latest happening in transfers. Here's the latest on Nicholas Jackson. The prospect of signing Nicholas Jackson divided Newcastle recruitment team just a few weeks ago, but that stance appeared to have softened. Jackson is emerging as one of the leading candidates to replace Isak if he is sold. The debate here is still around Alexander Isak. And Newcastle, on the other hand, are not actually sure if they can keep Alexander Isak. But with what have actually transpired, in my opinion, I think they should let him go. Then they go all out and get Nicholas Jackson. Nicholas Jackson now have actually emerged as a top candidate among the list of striker Newcastle United have listed. Even though they had earlier divided on the opinion of Nicholas Jackson in the earlier stage, but now it looks like of all the short lists they have on their strikers list, Nicholas Jackson appears to be the favorite. And I'm not surprised. He's 24 years old, had that Premier League experience, and currently is a very good striker. He's a very good team player. And I think Newcastle should just allow Alexander Isak to go and also go all out and get Nicholas Jackson. Okay, check this concerning Xavi Simons. Take a look at this from Florian Plettenberg, Sky Sport. Simons remains fully focused on an agreement between RB Leipzig and Chelsea. Manchester City are currently not a hot topic. Chelsea Football Club are staying patient in their pursuit of Xavi. Deal still on. Current salary at RB Leipzig reaching up to 14 million euro gross if bonuses are triggered. The report went on to say, I am told that the situation Xavi Simons is not changing. Chelsea are working on the deal, but there is still no agreement. I can guarantee they are still negotiating for Simons, but have not agreed. So let's see what's going to happen. This is coming from Fabrizio Romano. The same old stories we have been hearing about Xavi Simons. I think the next thing we want to hear is a year we go. This is the same old story. They should stop reporting about this, not until something concrete have actually come out. Yes, it has been reported that the deal of Xavi Simons to Chelsea have advanced, but so far, Chelsea is still working on to offload Nicholas Jackson and Christopher Nkunku. And believe me, like I said in one of my videos, if Nicholas Jackson and Christopher Nkunku are being sold, in less than 48 hours, Xavi Simons will be a Chelsea player. So in the later days, we're going to see how this is going to play out, because Chelsea still stand and say the deal is still on. So we are going to see how this play out. Okay, let's switch over to Anfield. Take a look at the latest happening on Giovanni Leoni, as reported by Fabrizio Romano. Giovanni Leoni to Liverpool. Here we go. Deal agreed with Parma for Italian 18-year-old centre-back. No loan, never discussed. Leoni joins Liverpool Football Club now as part of an slot plan. Fee around 35 million euros with sell-on clause. No convincing ever needed, as Leoni wanted Liverpool. I think that deal was very easy for Liverpool to get. The player was convinced that he wanted Liverpool and he wants to be part of the project. And there was no stress getting it. Leoni was one of the two centre-back Liverpool have been pursuing. And so far, they have secured the 18-year-old centre-back from Parma, talking about Giovanni Leoni. And also, it is believed that the deal on Maguire also have been advanced. So, Liverpool have actually gotten their man. And we're going to see how an slot will definitely fit those players into the team. The report went on to say, understand Giovanni Leoni will fly to Merseyside on Thursday in the next hours as deal with Liverpool is sealed. All documents have been approved and Liverpool Football Club have just authorized Leoni to fly for medical tests. Here we go, 100% confirmed. So, there is Fabrizio Romano confirming the deal, and also the player have been asked to fly to Merseyside on Thursday, which is today, for his medical, and all paperwork also have been approved. So, congratulations to Giovanni Leoni and welcome to EPL. So, we're going to watch that, how it happened. Take a look at this from the sky blue side of Manchester. Here's the latest report from Fabrizio Romano. Pep Guardiola is pushing to have Rodrigo at Manchester City. He keeps insisting on him as a target. The deal can only happen if Savinho goes to Spurs. Pep Guardiola wants Rodrigo, having sold Jack Grealish and James McCarthy. He's pushing to secure Rodrigo, but the deal can only happen, as reported, if Savinho joins Spurs. So we'll wait to see also how that plays out. If Pep Guardiola will actually get his long-term admirer, according to him, that he has been a big admirer of Rodrigo. Okay, still in the blue side of Manchester, here's the latest on Ederson, as reported by Florian Plettenberg from Sky Sport. Negotiation between Galatasaray and Manchester City regarding Ederson has started. No agreement yet, but super intermediary George Gadi is now involved and trying to get the deal done. A full verbal agreement between Galatasaray and Ederson, along with his agent Julio Cesar, has been in place for weeks. Wow, Julio Cesar. That was a goalkeeper, now a super agent. Interesting, that's good to see. That's good to see. So, the report is letting us know that personal terms between Ederson and Galatasaray have been reached, but we are still waiting for talks between clubs to club. Let's see how it pans out, because securing the signature of Ederson or selling Ederson to Galatasaray is what will enable Manchester City to secure Gianluigi Donnarumma, having first of all signed James Trafford from Burnley. So let's see how this also play out in the coming days in the transfer window. And let's head over to Germany in Bayern Munich. Check this out concerning the Stuttgart forward and attacking midfielder Nick Woltermeid. FC Bayern today submitted a new offer for Nick Woltermeid, proposing €60 million plus bonus payment and a sell-on clause. VfB Stuttgart rejected it, even though the players' camp believe the package would be sufficient. Stuttgart demanded €75 million from Bayern today, something Bayern will not do. Well, it looks like Nick Woltermeid actually wants to join Bayern Munich. Of course, there's no player that will not want to go to Bayern if they come calling. Because one thing is sure, your footballing career, getting a trophy, especially the German Bundesliga, is 99% sure that you will get a medal. So, the camp of Nick Woltermeid felt that the €60 million rejected by VfB Stuttgart is enough and sufficient for the deal. But VfB Stuttgart is requesting for €75 million. So let's see how this is going to play out in the coming days. But it's up for VfB Stuttgart. But one thing I must say, and the advice I must give to Bayern Munich, you once showed interest in Christopher Nkunku, and Christopher Nkunku is definitely not going to cost you even more than this €60 million. Come on, all you just need to do, pick your phone, place the phone call, and Christopher Nkunku will be available to join Bayern Munich. All right, let's see how this play out in the coming days. So, let's end this video with something very interesting, and it's coming from the Athletics. When I saw this news, I was really very happy. Take a look at this from the Athletics. Chelsea have allocated fund of £11.4 million to be distributed equally between the players who represented Enzo Maresca's side during the Club World Cup. Wow, this is interesting to see, and I truly love this. So, the players that represented Enzo Maresca in the Club World Cup, that represented Chelsea, which Enzo Maresca used in the Club World Cup, will share a total of £11.4 million equally. I think this is beautiful to see. Nothing inspired players more than this, and this motivation is just coming at the right time. The league is just about to start, and each of the players will get nothing less than £420,000, nothing less than that. And I want to say kudos to the Chelsea board for always making the players happy, and I believe this will be a very big boost and motivation for the team going into 2025-2026 EPL season. What do you make of all the latest happenings in the transfer window? And what do you think, or where did you actually think Tottenham Hotspur bottled the UEFA Super Cup, having went 2 goals ahead before PSG staged a comeback to equalize 2-2 and went on to win 4-3 on penalty? Drop your comments below. Let the conversation continue from there. Thank you very much for watching. Catch you in my next video. Bye.